Nearly a month has passed now since the political assassinations of Melissa and Mark Hortman on June 14th. And now Ramsey County Sheriff Bob Fletcher is questioning why it took so long early that morning to notify other lawmakers that a killer was on a rampage. State officials have called the sheriff's letter an inaccurate representation of the notification process. Here's Danny Spiewak.
The events of June 14th unfolded early in the morning. After the first shooting at Senator John Hoffman's home around 2 a.m., investigators say Vance Belter visited two other lawmakers' houses before murdering Representative Melissa Hortman and husband Mark around 3:30 a.m.
So there's an hour and a half time frame in there, and what happened in there is critical. We were fast enough to get a squad car to Ann Rest's house at 2:36. Why did it take us an extra hour to get to Melissa's house? Those are the types of tough questions that people want to know.
In a letter to the House Sergeant at Arms and Capitol Security, Fletcher said the timeline of June 14th reveals a striking breakdown in the communication to potential victims that were on the suspect's hit list, and asked for a legislative audit to determine who or which agency is responsible to notify legislators quickly that they are potential victims.
The notification process was dreadfully delayed and slow.
The State Department of Public Safety, which oversees State Patrol and Capitol Security, disputed that characterization. In a statement, DPS said Sheriff Fletcher's letter does not accurately represent the manner in which law enforcement responded and that notifications were sent to the proper parties early that morning. DPS provided messages known as teletypes sent by Brooklyn Park Police at 4:25 a.m. and State Patrol at 4:40 a.m., roughly an hour after the shooting at the Hortman's house.
DPS said that your letter was not an accurate representation of the events. What do you make of that?
They believe that their teletype at 4:40 in the morning constituted good notice.
In the days after the shooting, many lawmakers praised the response of law enforcement agencies, saying they were notified quickly and offered police protection. That includes House Speaker Lisa Demuth.
I'm grateful for the support that law enforcement has given elected officials throughout the state.
And Representative Nolan West.
They have been very communicative and present, as you can imagine, in these circumstances.
Would you agree there was a lot of really good work done in those early hours?
100%. We had 120 of our deputies from this building out involved in the manhunt. There was a ton of great work that went on, but great work should never prevent us from figuring out how we can be better.
Danny Spiewak, KARE 11 News.
Now, the Department of Public Safety says it's going to continue to discuss this notification process with Sheriff Fletcher and others as this investigation keeps moving forward.